how's it going? I just realized I forgot to tidy up my couch behind me. My other half has been sat on it, and I was like, the couch is not for sitting, it's for decoration. How are we doing? Hello, everyone. Okie dokie. So, today we are going through all of the things to do to prep for the holidays. Okay. So, the holidays, Christmas is one of those times where I think these days a lot of people are like, whew, okay, I don't know if this is going to be busy because I think everyone's either in one of two camps. They're either it's super busy. I'm running around like a headless chicken. I have no idea. Or you're in the camp where you're like, you know what? Christmas is not my busiest season. Things do go up, but it's not like all in for me. Okay. So there has been a couple of you, I say like probably a fair few of you who are like, it's crickets. Where's everybody gone? Like my social media reach is down, my views are down, my orders are down. Like, where has everyone gone? Okay. So I feel like I do this every single year. I'm always like, right, okay, let me give y'all a little pep talk, right? But the thing with right now is that, as you can imagine, there are three major things going on right now. Okay. Number one, Black Friday, it's coming. Amazon have already started like sending emails out. Walmart have already started doing their thing. Let's be honest, every man and their dog seems to have started to kind of peruse and kind of say, you know what, I'm kind of hinting that there's going to be some kind of Black Friday offer coming out, right? So this is where people are going to start to wait. And I don't know about you guys, but I have actually started doing this myself, where I have started to kind of go, you know what, I'm going to hold back on buying stuff because I know on Black Friday or Cyber Monday, or I mean, let's just be honest, November, it's probably going to be cheaper. There's going to be some kind of offer on there. Certainly I do this with like the bigger retailers. Like, for example, I spotted a pair of Lucy and Yak. If you don't know Lucy and Yak, like go on their website and you'll look at it and go, that's a bit Steph, that is. If you've been with me for a while, right? Shout out as well if you are new. Give me a little wave. Is this the first time you're seeing me live? Is this the first time you've even seen my face? Give me a little wave. But for example, with that, I'm like, I've seen a few things, I am gonna wait, you know. So that's like the first major thing, is that people automatically assume that most, if not all, retailers or e-commerce business owners are going to have some kind of sale. Okay. The second thing is, and you know, I'm not really one to talk about politics or anything like that. I feel like, you know, around these parts, we want it to be like a completely kind of fresh zone where people can, you know, kind of come and not be in amongst all of that. Because let's be honest, most of our lives thus far have been about politics, geopolitical, you know, issues, all that kind of stuff. But politics right now for you guys in the USA is a hot topic. And I am like sending you guys all my love, like sincerely, because the last week and a half for you have been like a roller coaster and then some. It's like the roller coaster up to Mars and back, right? So obviously that is going to have a major effect. And if you're kind of like in the UK thinking, yeah, it doesn't really affect me, believe me, it does, because I'm a big believer in like energy, and how you show up is going to reflect in your business, in your marketing, all that kind of stuff. So not only have you got that to think of, if you're feeling a little bit low, a little bit, that's going to reflect, right? Either on social media, any marketing you do, even if you've got like in-person markets, craft fairs, all those kinds of things, right? Now, not only that, but that reverberates around the planet. Okay. So everyone right now, I feel like we can all agree that everything's feeling a wee bit gray right now. Okay. So you've also got that. That's the second thing. Now, the third thing is the fact that a lot of things have gone up in price. Okay. Now, I know this has been a thing for like 3 years, and you guys are probably like, all right, okay, I get it, Steph, but I'm not about to put my prices down to accommodate for, no, of course you are not. But the other thing you have to do, and I said this, I think back in, I did a live back in June where I basically was like, okay, if your orders are down, if your revenue is down, this is what you need to do. And within that, I mentioned that with the research that I've done and just having my own shop and just seeing how things are going out there. And it's this, that no one expects you to drop your prices to get more orders. In fact, that gets the opposite effect because people then don't trust you. And then if they've got their own, if they've got your items already in their cart and you suddenly drop the price, they're going to be like, the very next time they want to buy something from you, they're going to wait until you drop the price again. And if that never happens, bing, bang, bong, you're forgotten about. Okay. So with that in mind, it's definitely a way right now where people are generally needing to get that extra shove. And I don't mean shove as in you're like, go buy my thing. I don't like to think of it as push marketing. We don't do that around here. A lot of, like, I know, experts, Etsy gurus, all that kind of thing, they're all about push, 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 push. We don't do that around here. We are attraction. We are magnetic. That's what we are about here. Make it easy, make it simple, make it magnetic. So it's easy for you guys and you don't feel slimy AF, right? But you're going to have to now step into the role, every single one of you, of being more marketers, because that is what it's going to take for people to get off the fence, is you doing a better job at attracting them, right? What I will do actually is I will pop a link in the comments to my book right now. I will tell every single one of you watching here live is that the price of the book is going up really, really soon. Okay. So if you are like been on the fence about buying a book, whatever, then probably now's the time, because I'm going to be going behind the scenes if I can find how to do it, because Amazon's a bit of a mindful. I'm going to be finding out and putting the price of the book up. So if you've been on the fence about the book for a while, but within that book, there's 3 major, and we call it the tantalizing trifecta. And that's kind of what I've coined it as. Okay. And it's these 3 things that work hand in hand. Okay. It is your branding, it is your target audience, and it is your products. Okay. These 3 things are the thing that every single one of you right now, if things are slow, focus on those. Please, please, please don't start reducing prices. Don't start doing TikTok, doing Instagram, and doing Facebook, and doing a Facebook group, and doing this and doing that. You're just going to burn out. That's not sustainable, right? Don't start paying a ridiculous amount for Etsy ads, Facebook ads, whatever. It's not going to work if you're approaching it with the wrong mindset. Yeah. The book is awesome. Yay! Book is great, and the planner amazing. They're both actually behind me. Oh, I keep doing this, don't I? There we go. They're both behind me here, actually, if you can see that. So the book and the planner is there. Do you want the link for the team? Can you put the link to the planner in as well? Because I can't find it. Sue's Craft Box says, highly recommend the book. It's really good. Yay! I'm so glad. So yeah, the book. I would honestly, at this time of year, it's really good to kind of refresh, reset. And not only that, but I think revisiting the mindset bit is really super important as well. I know we're all about like strategies and we want to know the exact things that we need to do to get there. But please trust me when I say it does not matter if you have the same strategy as Amazon, as Walmart, as Michael's, as Hobby Lobby, whatever. It doesn't matter if you have that in place if the way that you're coming at it with your mindset is all wrong and it's off balance. Okay, so that's one thing that I will say, is that I know a lot of you and you know, you see it on here whenever I'm posting and talking about mindset content, the viewers kind of drop. Nobody's really interested in it, but let me tell you, it is literally 50% of the work. 50% strategy, 50% mindset. So that's why the book is like a really nice all-rounder view of that, because it talks about both. Okay. And there's no shortage of like, you know, SEO strats and how to brand and target audience and all that good stuff. Okay. So that was my little kind of spiel. So now let's get into how we're actually prepping. How are we prepping for the holiday season? So, okay, tell me now in the comments, because I'm also live. I'm live on YouTube, which is a new thing for me. I've not been live on YouTube before. I'm not really sure why, because like the software that I use can go live anywhere. But I'm live on Instagram. I'm live in the Facebook group. And at the moment, I'm live on YouTube as well. So right now in the comments, I would love for you to just let me know how you're feeling about Christmas. Now, One thing I will also say as well is that because of all the reasons that I mentioned right at the beginning of this, the Christmas season, it's looking like, and the reports and the data are suggesting that Christmas is starting later. So what does that mean? This means that the 6 weeks before Christmas is going to be absolutely mental for you guys. It means that people are going to be leaving things later. People aren't going to be I think actually Black Friday, I predict, is going to be quite a slow time. And I'm also predicting as well that things are going to be a little bit like people aren't going to be swayed by take 10% off. Like they're going to need a bit more oomph to get them off the fence. Oh, so many comments. Awesome. Quite good Christmas has started for me. Yes, the Velvet Hedgehog. I was about to say the Velvet Hedgehog. Well done, you. Hi, Leah. Scheduling, posts and getting all packaging ready. Yes. Not really in a Christmas spirit yet. Me neither. Feeling good, getting December socials ready. Well done, Karen. Love that. Have made some bundle gift sets, but was worried if I was too late to list them. No, but I would say next year, and I'm hoping we're going to be doing something a little bit more with Christmas prep stuff next year. Just to let you know, if you're like, where's Steph been? Like, what's been going on there? There will be some stuff coming next year that I'm hoping will help you guys to prep a little bit earlier. Not gonna lie, I personally, with my neurodiverse brain, I lost track of time and I was like, okay, I've left it too late now to do this thing. So I feel you guys when you're like, I've left this too late. Am I too late? I feel you. But no, I would get that stuff listed next year. I would do it September time, if I'm being honest. Excited, but need to get listings up ASAP. Not enough hours in the day. Yes, I feel your sister. As ready as I can be at the moment and making my last gnomes and Christmas hedgehogs and crochet flower. Yes. I've never done any proper planning for the Christmas holidays. So don't really know what I don't know. Okay, well, you are in the right place. So, all right, let me just check in Instagram, see how you guys are doing. Let's hope it's starting later. Yeah, honestly, like the data and stuff that I'm seeing is that people are just waiting. They're waiting. I feel like at the moment, every retailer in the world is playing this really sick game of chicken right now, because like the consumers are waiting to see if the retailers need to put really big offers on. So it's like consumers versus retailers, and that includes you guys. Retailers and e-commerce brands are like waiting. Will it pick up? Consumers are like, are you going to do a sale? Are you going to do something? Are you going to put some goodies in there? Are you going to, and it's just like really weird case of like playing chicken. With handmade people, it's a little bit different, right? Because obviously you guys are not the big box stores. You are not like always going to be having sales. You're not that kind of retailer. But just so you know what the landscape is like out there right now, that's what it's like. So what do you mean by product? Products as in like your handmade products, like Christmas products, let's say, for example, if you have Christmas products that are very heavily holiday based, like they've got, I don't know, Santas and wreaths and reindeers and things on, that's the products that I mean you should really get listed 3 months beforehand, so September time. I hope that answered your question. I wasn't quite sure whether that was a question or not really. Okay, so let's get into, I'm going to be giving you like a few things to do right now to prep you for the holiday season. All right. So what you want to be doing, and I have got notes here. So if you see my eyes doing this, it's because I've got notes here. So the number one thing that I want you guys to do is I want you to look at if you can do this, if the data is applicable to you, I want you to look at what you did and how things were last year. Okay. And then I want you to set a roundabout goal. All right. Now I know this is like, oh yeah, set a goal. Yeah, that's really original. But the good thing about having some kind of goal, whether that's, how much you want to make, order number, whatever, is that you can reverse engineer it back and figure out, okay, if that's my goal, what do I need to do to get there? Okay. Because what you don't want to do is, as a brand owner, which is what every single one of you guys should be thinking of yourselves as, you are artists, you are a brand creator. What you don't want to do is just kind of be rocking up to Q4 Christmas and be like, I'll make whatever I make, and that's going to be okay. Because trust me, every year when I've done that has always been like the worst years, because I have no plan. I have no goal to even know if I am feeling good about it or not. I just have no way of no yardstick. Okay. And while I appreciate a great deal of you are like, I don't want to set goals because I don't want to be disappointed. If that is you, then set a goal that maybe is based more on how you feel. If numbers are a bit like, no, thank you, then instead set some kind of goal that's like, you know what? I know Christmas is going to be busy. I want to have 2 days off a week throughout December. That would be amazing to me. So set yourself a goal that is a stretch, but not so far that you're like, well, I'm never going to get there. You know what I mean? Now, the other thing is that when you're doing all of this data digging, is you want to go back into what products sold really well last year. And you want to make sure that the listings are spick and span. Now, whilst we are on that topic, I do not want any single one of you to be going into listings that get views, that get sales, that get love, and making changes, because you guys, I know I'm like beating a dead horse here. I don't really like that term, but anyway. You don't want to be changing anything that's doing well, because what happens is the algorithm then resets itself. Then you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot. Okay. So if you want to make any changes to a best selling item or something that's doing really, really well, make a copy, make your changes there. Okay. So whilst you're doing, like I said, you're digging within your data, you want to be looking at what sold well last year. You want to be checking the listings. You want to be checking the photos. You want to be checking there's no spelling mistakes, out of date graphics, or anything like funky going on. Okay. Then whilst you're there, you want to kind of look at what sold so far really well this year, what sold last year. And you want to be looking at, okay, based on my goal, how many sales of items that sold last year and items that have sold well this year, how many sales of those items would I need to get towards my goals? Because let's be honest, is that not every single one of your products that you have listed either on your website, on your Etsy shop, wherever you sell. As you know, around here, we're not just about Etsy. We're not just about your own website. We're about all things, wherever you sell. But not all of your product catalog sells all at once. And by the way, that's completely normal. But what you do want to do is you want to make sure that you are prepped, because the chances are is that the things that sold well for you last year around this time and the things that have been doing well for you this year are going to be the thing that get you towards that goal. Make sense? So that is where we need to kind of look at that and say, okay, I need to order supplies. I need to make sure that everything is in order with those particular items. Okay. Now, not only that, that also includes packaging. Please, make sure that you're ordering packaging well in advance. I cannot tell you about the Jiffy bag shortage of 2020. It was insane. But you don't want to be leaving it that long. Okay. You want to be ordering everything now. So yeah, please do make sure that you are ordering things. Okay. What if you are a new company? What is the best advice you can give for a first timer? So if you notice, when I was talking about that, I said two things. I said, one, check what sold well last year, and two, check what's doing well this year. Well, if you guys are new, you don't have the last year's data. So that is where you are looking at what has sold really well for you this year and doing what I just said for those things. If you've not got anything yet, then that's fine. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit more tricky for you guys because you're like, I'm brand new. Like, I don't have anything that sold really, really well. Instead, look at things that have been getting a lot of views, a lot of social media love, just generally a lot of attention. And in your gut, you're like, if I'm going to make 5 sales today, I reckon at least 3 or 4 of them are going to be this product. You know what I mean? I think we all have that gut feeling, don't we? I did all my packaging last week and made it nice and Christmassy. Love that. Yeah, I have dog hair in my mouth. I'm just going to take some water, which is inevitably leaking, which is lovely because I thought this bottle was supposed to be leak proof, but there we are. Okay. So the other thing as well is that I'm sure a lot of you have done this by now for sure, but I need you guys to know exactly when your last posting day is, okay? I need you to know exactly when your last posting day is, and I need you to take that date with a pinch of salt, especially with Royal Mail, USPS, FedEx. I need you to take that last day that they say this is your last day with a pinch of salt. I need you guys right now to add at least 5 to 7 working days on top of that last date. What if you get sick? What if you have a family emergency? What if we have bad weather? What if they go on strike again? Like, there's a load of different things that are built into that. So take that date, 5 to 7 working days on top of that, and that will be your last dates. Okay. Alrighty, Roo. So that is the other thing. All right. So I'm just reading through my notes here real quick. Also, marketing. Now, someone here, I can't remember, Karen it was, said that she has already started doing the social media, the marketing, all that good stuff for Q4, for Christmas. And I would say as well, if you're going to be doing it for now, December, do it a bit for January as well. Make sure to have some kind of social media buffer. Okay, so schedule all of your posts in advance. Listen, there's literally no excuse now, because if you have Instagram, Facebook, you can go onto the Meta Business Suite and schedule all this stuff in for free. So you don't even have to have like a fancy scheduling software. I don't anymore. I used to use Later. Now I just use the free version. Because I'm cheap. So like, there's literally no excuse now. The last thing you want to do is to lose marketing momentum at this time of year, because your marketing efforts, I'm just trying to think how to like explain this, they kind of work 2 months ahead of time. Okay, so whatever you're doing now is going to affect your business in 2-3 months time. So what's going to happen in 2-3 months time? January and February, the slow time. But why is it the slow time? Probably because we're all going so ham at marketing November, December, that then we all burn out and we do nothing in January, Feb time. And then we're all like, oh, why is it so slow? Well, you know, you could help by starting to schedule things in now. Okay, I'm going to call a spade a spade. Schedule some stuff in. Please do not leave your marketing to dwindle down and die, especially at a time of year where we all need it to not be dwindling down and dying, right? So that is definitely something to do. Now, along the same lines as looking at how we can attract people in, because like I said, these days, you can't just list items on Etsy, on your own website, do a few social media posts a month and expect people to come to you and buy. It doesn't work like that anymore. Okay, we have to nurture, we have to love, we have to build rapport with our customers. And this is the way that we get customers for life. As you know, I'm a massive fan of saying it only really takes 100 true customers that come to you, love exactly what you make, and buy pretty much everything that you release to get to the 6-figure mark. Sounds insane, I know, but do the math. If you sold 100 of everything that you have in your shop a month, that would be a pretty big ka-ching. Obviously, it depends on your price point, what you sell. But the way you do that is not being like, I just need like this. I just need that, you know, that's not the way to do it. The way to do it is to nurture people, which means if you have 100 followers on Instagram, 50, 1,600, whatever, is not to be like, I need to get a number up. It's to actually nurture those people. If you imagine 100 people in a room with you right now, that's a lot of people. So please do not forget that number represents a pair of eyes, an actual human behind the screen. So nurture them. And how can we do that? On a consistent basis, schedule stuff in. Could you please say the name of the program again? Later? Or did I mention the HBSA and inadvertently forgot? Was it Later that you said about? Or Meta Business Suite? That's like the free thing that you can schedule things in. If not, if it was the course, it would have been the HBSA. I forgot what I said. I'm not going to lie. I have no idea. Stream of consciousness. Okay. The last thing, the very, very last thing is pricing. Hands up. Okay, I want to know. I want you all to give me a red emoji. Give me a red emoji if you haven't raised your prices this year. And I want you to give me a blue emoji if you have. So a red emoji if you've raised your prices this year, and a blue emoji if you have raised your prices this year. I want to do like a little bit of research right here, right now. So what I say, a red emoji if you've raised your prices this year. No, if you haven't raised your prices this year, it's red emoji. A blue emoji if you have. Okay, so I'm seeing some reds. I am seeing some reds. I'm also seeing a lot of blues, which is awesome. So I'm seeing some reds. I'm seeing some blues. Okay, so with this, the thing is that you want to be making sure right now that if you sold 10, 20, 50 of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items in your shop, will you be making a decent amount of profit that makes you smile and makes you go, yes, this is worth it? So that's a question. That's a question. I want you to tell me in the comments right now. If you right now sold, let's say 30 of one item or 3 items or whatever, right? Let's just take a general view of your whole shop, right? If you sold 30 of one item right now, would you make enough profit for you to be like, yes, this is good? Thumbs up, thumbs down, yes, no, whatever. Because that's the other thing. That's the other thing that I see a lot of, is that you're doing all the right things. You're doing marketing really well. You've got your SEO 1 point. Your pictures are chef's kiss. You get a lot of orders. And then you look at your end of month or end of year stats and you're like, okay, I sold that at a loss. What's going on? So that is where you got to start to put your prices up. Okay, so that is really something that I want each and every single one of you to do right now, is to check your prices. Please. Now, I said that was the last thing, but I'm gonna add a little like bonus one in. Okay, so pictures, guys, I cannot describe to you how important pictures are. And I'm going to say this with the utmost love, okay? But I am seeing a lot of pictures right now that are not doing so hot, okay? Now, pictures are as important, if not more so, than the display at a craft booth. Pictures are as important, if not more, than giving the customer the opportunity to pick the item up, move it round. I am seeing a lot of pictures that are like a 2, a 3, or a 4 out of 10. And again, I say this with love, but there's even a few people in the HBSA group that I'm like, come on, get in phase 2, put some posts in the group, do the coaching calls. Come on, we got this. Let's like get this going. Okay. But pictures are really important. Really important. They are as important as your SEO. Okay, that's how important they are. All right, so if your pictures are looking a bit sad, if they are dark, if they are shadowy, if they are overexposed, underexposed, if they are edited within an inch of their lives and your brain can't really figure out if it's real or not, if it's AI or not, if your mock-ups are not doing so hot, then again, you need to make sure that these things are on point. Even if you're just doing it for the items that sell well for you, even if you're just doing it for like Christmas items, you need to make sure that your pictures are looking good. Alrighty, Roo. All right, and my loves. Well, what I'll do again is because I have had a couple of people asking for the book link and it's shot off somewhere. So I'm going to pop the link to the book in the comments for you right now, as well as the podcast. Now, the podcast is something that right, I'm going to pop that in there as well, that I would say is a really good thing to listen to if you want to know about your target market, if you want to know about SEO. If you go to episode well, to be honest, the first 5 are fantastic. There's like the episode 1 is a 40-minute episode talking about the beginner's guide to the Etsy algorithm. So it's a really good one to have a good old dig into. There's a lot of information in there. So please do make sure to bring a beverage, some notes. Do not 1.2 speed it either, because I do talk fast. But for now, my loves, thank you so much for joining me. And if you're watching on YouTube, hello, welcome. And yeah, I will catch you all in the next one, which next Monday will be a Handmade business Q&A/live recording of a podcast. So if you want to hop along to that, then you absolutely can. Thank you for joining this Monday Momentum, and I will see every single one of you soon, I hope. Bye, everyone.